Welcome to another episode of Nac Edition. I'm your host, Gavin Winders. Stick around for some upcoming news and events, an interview with Dr. Raymond Jones from the Nelson Rushi College of Business, and an interesting look on the 2021 MBA rookie class. Nac Edition starts right now. Upon us, and everyone in town is excited to immerse themselves in tons of fun activities to do with their friends and family. The Great Pumpkin Patch in Nacogdoches has now opened and is ready to cater to all of your fall needs. So they are about 25 minutes away from the campus and have so much to offer. The Great Pumpkin Patch is a family-owned business, and this is their second year bringing joy and pumpkins to the Nacogdoches community. They are open every Saturday from 9 to 5 and feature Charlie Brown and the whole gang. They have pumpkins of all shapes, sizes, and colors. Plus, they also sell some cute corn. There is a face painting area and plenty of cool places to take photos. This Saturday, they'll be opening at 8 in the morning with around 50 vendors coming in a huge shopping event. For more information, search the Great Pumpkin Patch on Facebook. Stephen F. Austin State University's Arthur Temple College of Forestry and Agriculture will host its 6th annual Nacogdoches Trees competition, a free community-wide contest celebrating the natural beauty of Nacogdoches from October 8th through November the 30th. The competition includes categories for largest tree circumference, largest crown, tallest tree, best shade tree, and best overall tree. Prizes will be awarded for each category. This competition is being used a way for people in the SFA community to learn about varying types of trees, ranging from urban trees to local community trees. Faculty members develop videos to teach them basic forestry measurements, including tree height and crown spread. The videos are available on the competition's webpage to guide participants through the process. Trees eligible for submission must be located on the SFA campus, properties managed by Nacogdoches Parks and Recreation, or on the entrance personal property. Make sure to show up and browse around the SFA campus and take in some of the beauty that nature has to offer. This event happens every year, so if you miss it this time, then there will be another opportunity next year. For competition guidelines and entry form, area maps, and resources, visit sfasu.edu/Nacogdoches. For more information, contact Fuller at fullersa@sfasu.edu or call the number 936-468-1185. So from winning the Southland Conference during a pandemic, let's hear from Jonay on how the Lady Jack soccer team is doing this year with COVID still in play.
I got a chance to sit in at SFA's women's soccer team practice. The Lady Jacks have a 5-0 winning streak, and they're at the top of their conference by 5 points. I also got a chance to talk to head coach Tony Manata about the 5-0 winning streak and what the Lady Jacks have been working on this week to prepare for their next home game. Let's see what he had to say.
One thing I felt like we didn't do against UTRGV enough of was what we did do on Sunday, which was attacking at speed, really going at those outside backs, getting our wide players involved, getting crosses in. We have 5 header goals, I think, in our last 4 games, which is not very common. So we just need to continue to attack at speed and really hit those outside backs and that back line with the waves of players that we are able to send at them. Fantastic. I mean, 2 of those wins are on the road, which is key to trying to win a conference. Is you got to get games on the road, but to hold serve at home, we need to go through this next weekend with the same mentality. You get the 2 wins at home, you're 7-0. That puts you right at the top of the conference with really 1 win getting you the opportunity to win the division. So we just need to take it 1 game at a time, continue to do what we're doing, and let the outcomes be what they are.
I also got a chance to talk to Carly Arthurs, defender, Brie Garza, midfielder, and Maddie Talibot, goalie. They gave me the rundown on what to expect for this upcoming game against Rio Grande, as well as how COVID has affected their team and how they have overcame it.
Well, we already played them, so we're going off of that, but we treat every game like it's a new opponent, and we're trying to take each game like it's like a final in a tournament. Like, we want to show up to each game and go at them as hard as we can. So it starts with showing up at training and doing what we need to do here, working hard, helping each other out and supporting each other. So, I mean, we're just looking forward to playing them again and hopefully coming at them harder than we did last time.
So we did have to miss one game. We weren't able to play Oklahoma State, but we kept moving forward, made necessary changes, and worked with what we had. Just another challenge, but we were able to overcome and keep working hard.
You can watch the Lady Jacks keep working hard at home this Friday at 7 as they play against Rio Grande. Come out and support the Lady Jacks. For SFA TV, I'm Janae.
Thank you, Jonay, for the information on our Lady Jacks. So if you are around and about on campus, chances are you might have seen brand new construction near the Fine Arts Building. What is going on here, you might ask? Well, we have the answer. This is a renovation project to actually expand the Fine Arts Building. The $50 million expansion of the Griffith Fine Arts Building will more than double its size and includes a renovation of Turner Auditorium with improved accessibility, a new 350-seat flexible theater, and an intimate black box theater. This state-of-the-art building will feature 2 new dance studios, 2 new theaters, a recording studio, soundstage, audio, and video editing rooms, just to name a few. The facilities will house the CFA's sound recording technology, filmmaking, theater, dance, and musical theater programs. The goal is to create a visually prominent and welcoming structure that will serve as a vibrant arts destination for the entire community, as well as address the needs of the growing student population within our fine arts programs. Parking here at SFA has been a struggle in the past, but since COVID, it has become a lot easier for students to find parking due to the amount of online classes. But this semester, we once again have a parking problem. So in the past, the main problem with parking was residents living on campus not being able to find a place to put their cars. But this year, the residents are the ones with extra space, while the commuting students have become the ones who are struggling to get on class on time. And they are being forced to get creative to get to class on time. Some students have been forced to park at Pecan Park, which would be roughly a 15-minute walk depending on where their class is on campus. So SFA Police did make an announcement saying that parking garage 3 and lots 52 and 61 are available for commuting students. However, students are still being forced to park off campus to make it to class. The SFA track teams are known for their many accomplishments. From their national championships, all-conference selections, and Southland Conference superlative awards, it's safe to say the track teams are no stranger to working hard and putting on a show. So to reward them for their hard work, the SFA track teams are getting a newly renovated track. Construction to the SFA track began just a few weeks ago. The old track has been stripped, and construction workers are out with their bulldozers working hard to get the new track installed. Right now, the track just looks like pavement, but the athletes are excited to no longer have a track with holes in it and feel the newly renovated track is well deserved. The workers will begin laying the new track here in the next few days. Construction on the new SFA track is set to be complete just before the next SFA home football game, which is October the 30th. So make sure to be on the lookout for new renovations and get ready to cheer on the SFA track athletes during track season. Now, let's send it over to Christian as he talks to us about SFA Lumberjack contact bands.
Stephen F. Austin rolled out a new COVID protocol called the Lumberjack bands, and these bands stand for your COVID protection. The green bands means you're okay with 100% contact, you're okay with handshakes, high fives, hugs, all that good stuff. The yellow one means that you're okay with maybe a fist bump, maybe a little shoulder, whatever it is like that. The red means you do not want any contact with anyone else at all. We were able to sit down with Andrew Dees, the Dean of Students, and he went on to talk about the goal of the Lumberjack bands.
Well, we really wanted to, with everybody coming back from, being sequestered for 12 to 18 months, really wanted to normalize a conversation about that physical distance and physical proximity. So with the different colors, really just trying so we don't actually have to physically have a conversation about how comfortable you are. You can just look at somebody's band and then hopefully respect whichever color they have.
He also explains to us how this idea came to be.
So I was actually presenting, so I'm new here, I've only been here 2 months. I was actually in a panel for faculty orientation through the Center for Teaching and Learning, and they had paper bands and the same concept of the stoplight colors, and so saw that and I was like, oh, that would be cool to see if we could try something here, and then talk to SGA and a bunch of student leaders, see if that's something that would even take off. And that's really what prompted everything, was just because I had never thought about it before, but it was really just came from that faculty orientation.
We then asked how you can get them.
You can get them here in the Dean of Students office, so 3rd floor of Rusk. They're also still in the library. We have some over in the Baker Patillo Student Center at the information desk. There's still some outside the dining center over there, I believe. Campus Rec has some. So we've got them. The Health Center has some. Counseling Center has some. So we've got them spread all over.
For SFA TV, I'm Christian Blanco, Axum Jacks.
Thank you, Christian, for providing that great information on the Lumberjacks contact bands. As of October the 10th, there are about 17,000 estimated active COVID-19 cases across the East Texas area and almost 5,000 deaths. In the Nacogdoches County, there are 331 reported active cases. COVID cases are falling in East Texas with just under 6,000 fewer cases than the previous week. Hospitalizations in the East Texas region have also been decreasing. Hospitalizations for COVID-19 in deep East Texas decreased by nearly 20 on Thursday. According to the Texas Department of State Health Services, 91 people were hospitalized with the virus on Thursday in Trauma Service Area H, which serves the Lufkin and Nacogdoches areas. That's a decrease of 18 from the day before. Hospitalizations have been steadily decreasing since the major spike in COVID cases and COVID-related hospitalizations, which led to ICUs being filled to capacity back in August. SFA College of Business is having their 3rd annual Distinguished Lecture Series. Stick around because we'll get a chance to talk to Dr. Raymond Jones about the upcoming SFA Nelson Rushi Distinguished Lecture Series, featuring Shark Tank star Damon John. Hello, and welcome back to Nac Edition. I'm your host, Gavin Winders. Joining me today in the studio is SFA College of Business Assistant Professor, Dr. Raymond Jones. How are you doing today, Dr. Jones?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, fantastic. So just a couple questions regarding this new event. It's crazy. We have a shark from the original cast of Shark Tank, Damon Jones. Like, how did this happen? Take me through the process and getting him equipped and registered to speak here.
Right. Well, we're very excited about the event. The Nelson Rushi College of Business has their Distinguished Speaker Series every couple years. And so they go out and they look to find a speaker that really can come to campus and that's interesting and dynamic and that would be good for the students and the community as well. And as far as getting Damon John, one of the things he does now, one of the many things outside of being on Shark Tank, he does speaking events.
Yeah.
He goes around the country and does speaking events. So we were able to get him and book him to come here to Nacogdoches on his way flying west. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, man, I'm excited too. I think I'll have some time to visit that event. So, listen, I know this isn't our first distinguished speaker, but talk to us about the history of the lecture series. Go through the history of the speakers, if you will.
I know that the last one we had Tony Hawk and that was before I was here, but everybody said that was a really great event, and he was, again, a really interesting speaker and had a lot of really good things to say. So that was good, and I believe before that it was Jeb Bush. So some really interesting people coming to Nacogdoches to really have some insight about what's going on, and our students get exposure to people from all walks of life.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So one follow-up question. So what is the meaning of this lecture series? What meaning does it give to the College of Business and the students as a whole?
Well, again, it really is a way for us to bring someone on campus that has been successful in whatever career path they've been on, and really for us to have a conversation with them and to tell their story to our students, to motivate, inspire, and again provide different perspectives from what's happening here in East Texas. So that's really some of the goal and the meaning that we can offer to the campus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. What would you say is the overall goal for this event?
Really, again, we're just hopefully have a good turnout and really to have someone come to the campus that is really exciting, really accessible, very dynamic and energetic, to really motivate them and to really support some of what we're thinking in terms of doing entrepreneurially on campus. We have a lot of students that have entrepreneurial mindsets and a really strong entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
So hopefully that'll help spark that in some of our students.
Cool, cool. So a little more questions as we go further through this discussion. So estimated attendance, how many people do you think will turn out? You think it's going to be a full house?
That's our hope.
Yeah.
It's an open event to all students and the community. So it's a free event. So we hope we should get a full house, and that would be really exciting to do so and pack all the seats.
All right, cool. Just tell me, what was your reaction when you found out Damon John, out of all people, is speaking to us today? Or not today, I'm sorry.
I was very, very excited. I actually had the opportunity to hear him speak at a different series several years ago, and he's just so energetic and so motivating. And so when I heard he was coming, I just knew it would be a great opportunity to the students and the community to have him here on campus.
Cool. Any plans on our next featured speakers in the future? Do you have any input on that or a say in that?
I don't know that. That's a little above my pay grade, but that's okay. But
Yeah.
I'm sure, like the other events, it'll be really someone pretty interesting. So.
Yeah, nice. So I know you're really big into entrepreneurship. You teach some classes.
I do.
Yes.
I'm the head of our entrepreneurship program in the College of Business. We have a major and a minor. The major started last year. It was its first year, and we're growing. The minor is available. It's open to all students. And in the spring, we're going to have an entrepreneurship competition for students.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
Everybody, look out for that. And if you have ideas, I hope you submit.
Cool. What is your framework for this competition aspect of the entrepreneurship program?
Well, as we're putting it together, we hope it might be similar to a Shark Tank, where if students have ideas, they'll submit them and go through the process, and the finalists will be up on stage with a panel of judges, and they'll have to do their pitch and answer questions about their business and their idea, and hopefully our sharks from the community will grill them, and hopefully it'll be entertaining.
Cool. Let's see, how to build off of this lecture. What are some key takeaways that students have noticed for the lecture series?
Again, I think if anybody can attend, I do think they should. Again, it's a free event on October 28th at 7:30. So attend, really come to be prepared to listen and hear someone dynamic. We were able to actually put a list of questions together, a student group, help organize the questions, and so that was a lot of fun, them coming up with the questions that we're going to ask for the interview, and so we're It should be a lot of fun.
Well, that's awesome. Great answers. Thank you so much. This event will be held on 7:30 p.m. October the 28th in the Kennedy Auditorium at the Stephen F. Austin State University. A private reception will be held prior to the lecture at 6 p.m.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Today we're here to talk about some NBA rookies that are going into the 2021 season. Just wanted to hit some key points about just the top 3 rookies that are be going into the season this year, and just some overlooked players also that are also going into the season. Today with me here is Gavin and Oscar. Just wanted to discuss some things. Guys, I'm going to start with you, Oscar.
Yeah.
Just wanted to start with this. Some of the top 3 players, obviously, going into the rookie season this year in the 2021 season. Just talk to me about those guys.
Yeah. So you got Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley. Starting off, Cade Cunningham, first overall pick. He's the franchise player of Detroit Pistons. He's been talked about. He's very well known. He's a deep three-point shooter. He plays the modern ball era very well. And I think Detroit's going to be very fascinated with him and his playing abilities. Got Jalen Green, who's also one of that guy, that person who will lead this Rockets franchise into a good rebuilding mode post-Harden era. And Evan Mobley, who was kind of overlooked but is very underrated, is probably one of the best defensive players in the draft. And I think those 3 guys right there, looking at it all fully, starting off with those 3 guys, the draft was sensational.
Right. Hey, so Gavin, tell me, what do you think about those 3 guys, obviously going into the season? What are some of your thoughts on just their just abilities to be able to fit in the NBA season this year?
Well, right off the bat, I can definitely say with Cade Cunningham, his ability to really create his own shot. I will say that.
Right.
Even though he is not really regarded as too athletic, the dude is very much a Luka Doncic-esque player. As well as Jalen Green. Dude has elite athleticism, hops I wish I had.
Yeah.
I think I remember 48-inch vertical leap, which is crazy.
Wow.
The dude knows how to create space and hit some shots. Evan Mobley, man, along with him and Jarrett Allen, the Twin Tower mantra is gonna be an exciting show to watch throughout this season.
Right. Gavin, you talking about an excitement show to watch, obviously, for this season. And just talk to me about some of the overlooked guys, obviously, going into this season. I'm going to start with you here, Oscar.
Yeah, I mean, Cam Thompson from Brooklyn, I think, is the guy who I'm really looking at. Once again, he's a guard, a 6'4" guard. And just like to bring in him on the bench for Brooklyn, that's already a lethal offense with Kyrie, Harden, and KD. He's a guy who can really go in there and shoot the ball very well.
Right. No, I think those guys, obviously, with the Brooklyn Nets, they're just going to be a very powerhouse in the Eastern
insane.
Conference, and obviously with the rest of the teams. Gavin, I'm going to come back to you, obviously, with some of the players that you think it's overlooked going into this 2021 season.
Now, contrary to what people think about Jalen Suggs' preseason performances, he has been quiet. But however, the dude was amazing in the summer league. I think the dude with the right key pieces to the offensive scheme, I think he should play alongside Cole Anthony, because Cole Anthony is such a electric guard. But with him, and you have Jalen Suggs, of course, led Gonzaga to the national title.
Right.
I think he can bring that feel as long as he's more exposed with the ball.
Yeah, no, I think the Magic obviously made a right choice going into this draft, picking a guy like Jalen Suggs. Gonzaga is just being one of those college teams out there, just producing some of the top players in the league. Years and years past. Now, I'm just gonna hit it with the last question here and ask, who do you think will be the Rookie of the Year this year with all these great names you guys have said already?
Hey, I mean, I'm not gonna be biased or anything here, but I think I'm gonna pick my boy Jalen Green out of Houston. Okay, I think he's gonna definitely do it. He was the second leading scorer in the summer league. He's shown the explosiveness. He has that confidence, that swagger. He has all that combined at only 19 years old, and I think he's just gonna lift off for this year, and he's going to take it. I think
Yeah,
so.
no, you talk about Jalen. Obviously, what people are calling Jalen is that get bucket guy. You know, he's that guy. He's like LeBron. You know, with a very young age, already with a name on his on his head. Yeah. And I think one of the things that I probably would say is just the guy needs to get healthy. You know, if he can get healthy in this league, he'll be that guy, just like LeBron James, who everybody's going to be saying his name in years past from now. What do you think now, Gavin? Who's going to be the Rookie of the Year?
Man, I am so tied between the two of Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green. I immediately spot two key points to their games. Cade Cunningham, the dude needs to be healthy. He drew comparisons to Grant Hill, which unfortunately, I mean, he's a legendary Piston, of course. The dude, of course, fell to injuries. So I think if Cade Cunningham can stay healthy, then he could be on track. But you also have Jalen Green on the other side. Also, health is also a big factor. It's a paramount factor, if you will. I believe if Jalen Green can maintain a consistent shot, the dude only shot 36% in three-point territory this summer. But the dude can, if he can develop a consistent shot, the dude can, man, I think he's going to win it all.
Yeah, no, Cunningham, I think, like you said already, he's literally into the organization that's already holding a lot of, Hall of Famers. The Detroit Pistons, just that team that's just really does it every year, and it goes back to the legendary names and everything else. But I think, I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to be that guy who might make a difference for the Detroit Pistons this year, and maybe give Detroit a chance to maybe the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I like it.
Well, hey, that's all we got today. We'll tune it back to the studio. Thank you guys, and thank you for joining us.
The NBA season starts October the 19th with the defending champs, the Milwaukee Bucks, facing off against the Brooklyn Nets. Tune in. The Houston Astros have clinched a spot in the American League Championship Series. The Astros will have home field advantage against the Boston Red Sox. The ALCS games start on the 15th and is a best-of-7 series. The Houston Astros have made 5 straight ALCS appearances. The Astros will make a run for their 3rd World Series appearance in the last 5 years. With the leadership of Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, and Lance McCullers Jr., the Astros seem to be on the right path to victory. The Red Sox are coming off a series upset against the Tampa Bay Rays and are hungry for more wins. Houston's powerful offense looks to do more damage against the Red Sox here in the coming days. The Astros are in full focus on winning a championship and believe they can win the World Series. Astros want to bring another championship back to Houston, and it's very possible. Be on the watch for the ALCS, as it will be a series not to miss. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time on another Nac Edition episode. Take care.